Today's video is on what I wear for downhill skateboarding. I'm going to be talking about everything from the shoes I wear to the type of helmet that I use, to the type of crash shots that I use. But yeah, we're going to be talking about it all. And as always, this is subjective information, so it's what works for me. Let's talk about helmets. Number one. So I always wear a certified helmet. So if I'm doing a corner session, if I'm going to be walking a lot, if I'm going to be skating and pushing a lot, I like a half shell. You know, it allows me to breathe very easily and it doesn't get my face too hot. It's very comfortable, provides me with decent protection. However, if I'm going to be skating a very dangerous open road, if I'm going to be skating faster than 40 miles per hour or faster than 60 km a lot, I'm going to be using my full face helmet. It gives me a lot better protection. It has a lot more like form, so it absorbs a bit more of the impact force, so it's better for falling at higher speeds. The reason I don't use this for corner sessions is that your face gets super hot and this thing is actually pretty heavy, so walking up and down in it isn't very nice, so I don't use it for that. So yeah, if I'm skating a chill road or doing a corner session, this is the go-to. If I'm going really fast on an open road or whatever, or just skating fast generally, full face is my choice. Now let's talk about the back protector. So this is my back protector. I went with this instead of like the strap-on style because apparently the strap-on style has like a strap-on has like a way of like when you're in your tuck, it wriggles its way up. I haven't actually used one, but that's what I was told by people who use one, and they recommended a vest style back protector. Now this one is actually like really nice, except the bad thing is it doesn't really have like a zipper. You have to like put it on like that, and man, it sucks to put it on. It fits really tight to your body, which is a good thing, but it sucks. So if you're getting one, get the vest style and then get one with a zipper for easy on and off. And then as well, it gets really hot and uncomfortable. I only use my back protector when I'm skating open roads because, you know, open roads, you never really know what's going to happen. But if I'm just doing like a corner session or if I'm at the local, I'm not going to be using my back protector. The risk is a lot lower. Historically, there hasn't really been a risk of a back injury or whatever, but open roads is the go-to. You wear it, it's so ergonomic, comfortable. Yeah, this thing I think saved my life as well. So yeah, some of you guys know I was run over by a motorbike, so yeah, back protector. The next one is crash shorts, and I wear these all the time. These are from G-Form. G-Form has like different types of crash shorts, so you might get some with like some protection here, protection here, protection here, protection here. I don't know, man, but there is a variety of them. I really like the G-Form ones because they're very flexible, low profile, ergonomic. You wear them and you can sort of feel they're there, but they don't really get in your way, which is really important for me. And I think it's really worth like paying the high price of G-Forms to use them. I really think it's worth it, having that comfortability and something not really getting in your way. Hip pads are really, really underrated. So if you're just starting out, I highly recommend you pick up a set. You will love yourself for it because you're going to be falling on your hips, on your bum a lot, man, like a lot. So yeah, highly recommended piece of gear for me. Next up, we have slide gloves. These are from, wow, Cone gloves. I don't really have a preference between leather gloves and fabric gloves, but leather gloves do last a little bit longer, so you just get more of your money's worth. And yeah, and then another thing, the leather gloves come with the knuckles or whatever, the knuckles protected, and that's always nice. I've never really injured my knuckles from a fall, but I feel like they're a vulnerable area. But yeah, also one thing I always make sure my gloves have is a lot of like perforation holes or just a lot of like ventilation holes. Gloves get really hot really quickly, especially here in Kenya. Like when I was in the UK and it was winter, it didn't really matter if they got really hot, like just made me feel warm and comfortable. But here it sucks, man. So I make sure all my gloves have like a ton of perforation holes, and if a glove doesn't have that, I'm not even interested in buying it, honestly. Like I just sort of look elsewhere. It's really important to me, keeps me cool. And when I'm walking up and down a hill, I don't feel uncomfortable. And then it also prevents the glove from smelling a lot as well. I think like it helps breathe it out, air it out as well. So there's that. And then for pucks, I always like something that has a very rounded edge. So let's talk about knee pads. I actually have two that I use. I have these TSG Air A Patrol knee pads, and then I have these TSG DHP knee pads. So I use this most of the time. Why is that? Well, these knee pads are very low profile and they're very flexible. This isn't even really like plastic. It's like sort of like a rubberish material that bends. And why I use them is because they're very ergonomic and they don't really get in the way of my movement and they feel very natural. But also I don't fall that much. I only really need like a little bit of impact protection before I can go on like my uh, slide gloves and my shoes. I don't need that much protection. That's why I tend to use these. But you know, they have quite a bit of material to go through before they get to my knee. So just in case like I have like a bad fall at high speed, you know, I think they'd be okay for a little bit. But yeah. And then these I tend to use them when I'm doing free ride, when I'm doing things where I expect to fall quite a bit or when the risk of falling is a little bit higher. But I try to keep them for use at lower speeds because they have like this plastic thing. Yes, they'll catch you, but at high speeds, this just means you'll be sliding for a lot longer. And I don't know, I don't want to slide uncontrollably for a really long time, you know. I want to come to a controlled stop. But yeah, just something to think about. So yeah, I like these when I'm doing free ride and when the risk of falling is a little bit higher with whatever it is that I'm doing. Finally, let's talk about shoes. These are the Nike GT Pros. They use free brake soles on the bottom. The free brake soles allow my shoes to last a lot longer, and they also give me a little bit more grip on board. Like my shoes stick better to the grip tape, and that's just nice altogether. So free brake soles really important for me. As for shoe selection, there are really two main types of skate shoes, right? You can pick from shoes that have a cup sole, kind of sort of like these. I don't really know if this is a cup sole. And then you can pick from shoes that have a vulcanized sole. A cup sole gives you a lot better support. It's also stiffer feeling and doesn't break in as quick. Some great examples of a cup sole are the Air Jordan shoes. The trade-off is that you don't get a lot of board feel and they feel a little bit stiff. You know, there's not too much flexibility. On the flip side, with the vulcanized sole, you get like great board feel, a lot of flexibility. They break in really easy. But the flip side of that is that they don't give you too great of support and they tend to wear down pretty quickly. I really like vulcanized soles. I've never really been a cup sole type of person. I like board feel and flexibility in my shoe. Of course, there are some vulcanized soles that have like different designs so that they can actually give you slightly better support. But it's really personal preference, and a lot of people love cup soles. Like you'll see people skating Air Jordans and they absolutely love them. It's just, I've tried and it's just not to my liking. But yeah, it's all really preference. Last but not least, a very core component of my gear choices, my fanny pack or my whatever it's called. I know Americans will laugh at that, or UK people, wherever funny is a funny word. Ha, funny word. Anyway, it's low profile, doesn't get in my way, allows me to carry water, bushing, skate tools, my phone, camera, whatever. Essential part to my whatever. And if you're skating from point A to point B, or you're going for a session farther away or whatever, where you can't really store things very easily, highly recommend you get one. And that is it for the video. I hope you guys learned something from that it was informative. Maybe it'll help you make a purchase. Maybe you've thought of something new. I don't know, man. But yeah, so catch you guys in the next video. As always, big thanks to the Patreons. Catch you guys in the next one.